making picadillo tonight for dinner. You want to get some lean pieces of meat. Oh, got a chunk of fat. Let's take that out. So you want to make sure you have meat that's pretty lean. A little bit of fat is fine. And then you're just going to put it to cook and boil. You're going to add salt to taste. That salt depends on how much you like. I am going to add a tablespoon, just about of chicken base and 3 bay leaves. You're gonna cook this at medium-high heat for about an hour, hour and a half, or until the meat is super tender and you're able to shred it. So the meat's cooked. See, it's fork tender. We're gonna transfer it to a bowl. We will shred it. You will reserve the juice it was cooked in. We will use it later to blend our chilies. Once you have your shredded meat, we will be dicing 4 tomatillos, so small green tomatoes. They come in the leaf, you just gotta peel it off. Carrots, depending on how much you like, how much vegetable you like, and about 1/4 to 1/2 a small onion. You want to cut these in 4s so you get small pieces like this. It'll be easier to saute and throw in the pot. So I used baby carrots because that's what we had. You want to just cut them bite size so that they're easier to saute. You can use regular carrots, but these will work. I used 1/4 of an onion. You can use as much onion as you like depending on how much you like onions. I'm not a super fan myself, but you know, they're good for flavoring. You can cut them in half moons, or you can dice them and make them smaller. In a small to medium saucepan, depending on how much you're going to saute, we're going to saute the vegetables, and we will be sauteing them until they're a little bit brown and not cooked all the way through, because we will be adding them to our pot where the rest of the stock should be, along with the meat. Once the oil is nice and bubbly, we're gonna be throwing in all of our veggies to get a good saute on them. Can you hear that sizzle? We're not adding any seasoning to the vegetables because our stock should already be seasoned. We will be adding a little bit more seasoning to the re-hydrated chilies when we blend them. Can you hear that sizzle? We're not adding any seasoning to the vegetables because our stock should already be seasoned. We will be adding a little bit more seasoning to the re-hydrated chilies when we blend them. While our veggies are sauteing, we're going to blend the chilies. I added 3 ladles full of the stock, and that's what we will be blending it in, with a tablespoon of chicken base. Okay, so we turn this off. This only sautés for about 5 minutes. You don't want to overcook the carrots because you will be throwing them back into the stock to boil for a little bit. I have also reserved about 3 more ladles full of stock for when I strain my chili. So I have removed the bay leaves out of there. We're going to turn our pot back on, and we will proceed to strain in our chili sauce. The additional stock that I reserved is to kind of clean up the sides of the blender so we can get as much of that chili out, and we strain in. We will be adding these in here along with our shredded beef. Be careful, don't splash and get it all over your white shirt. Stir to combine and cover it. We will let it boil, and once it boils about 5 minutes, we're gonna turn it off and then you can enjoy. Okay, so we have brought it up to a rapid boil. This is where you want to taste it for salt. Let me grab a smaller spoon. We're going to taste for salt, and this is where we will adjust if it needs more. So let me go in and taste. Perfect. So all I added in salt was about 2 tablespoons of salt and a tablespoon of chicken base during the cooking process of the meat, and another tablespoon of chicken base when we boiled our rehydrated chilies. Now you can turn it off and enjoy it.